I truly feel like the only way we can understand these differences is by experiencing them firsthand. And I feel like we all do the world a disservice by trying to paint these images instead of encouraging to paint your own. My name is Max Rice. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, but I am now at UNC. I've always enjoyed geography. First, it was just me loving where the countries were and the capital, and that just evolved into desiring a more deeper understanding of how there's millions of people in all these places, and it's a lot more than just what we see on a map. I had the opportunity to go to Utah with my school for a trip to stay in a small Mormon town. One night we had the opportunity to visit all these kids for an event ran by their church. I guess it's juxtaposing how we see these Mormons in these long dresses and riding horses, and then I go to play with these kids and I end up playing Fortnite with one of them. It's just these little things like that change our view, and how he did have 13 siblings, but he's also playing Fortnite because he's a kid in America. I have had the privilege of going to Europe. It felt good to see that everyone was a lot nicer than I thought they'd be. When I was in Paris as well, some of my favorite interactions were with different taxi drivers, whether they're from Paris or whether they're migrants from Northern Africa. They all had their different perspectives on life and they shared them, and it was nice gaining appreciation for different things and different lifestyles that I never would have, and it's really just given me new windows into life. I had been reading a lot of things about Beirut in specific, especially because I had already seen different pictures and through GeoGuessr. I'd seen it. I'd seen what it looks like, and it's a beautiful, one of the most diverse cities in the world. But I found out that if you were to Google it, around 90% of them will just show you images of the port explosion a couple years ago. I just saw that as trying to depict a place with millions of real good people as a terror zone, and I would never have guessed that within a couple hours of the city of Beirut you have sand dunes, but also snow-capped mountains. For a place to be depicted that poorly and inaccurately, frankly, is really upsetting. But I feel like something that's really important is how we view these different parts in the world. And we're all people and we still have the same likes and care about the same things. It touches me in a bad way, how we have these perceptions of these places here that are very inaccurate of reality. And I feel like it negatively affects a lot of people. And I would, love one day to be able to help some people tell their own stories. And even just through imagery and pictures, I'd love to show what's really there and not exactly what we see here and are shown in the States.